So this work we're doing at the VA this morning, they've got this beautiful home Fisher house, and they have people walking past here with walkers and walking canes and stuff, and obviously they don't want them tripping over this little edge onto the landing above the stairs. So we are this morning to raise this up so that there's no trip hazards for them. It's no use grinding anything at this point because the slabs are still perfectly well. The slab has sunk, so if we go and grind anything, we're actually just messing up what was good to start off with. Small shots just like that, Eric. Tell me when you start getting lift there, Eric.
I will.
So we've got lift in that corner, but it's lifting this whole slab evenly. But I want it to teeter this way because that corner is good, so we're going to drill a couple of holes along here to get it to move this way to get that corner right. So at least we've stabilized that corner. We've got foam running all the way along to that corner. You can see through the gap there. So now we're just going to move along this side to get this to lift up this way instead of lifting that way, because what's happening now, even though it's lifted more in that corner, it's starting to lift that way. What we've done here is we've come further back from that hole and we're pumping foam along this edge here to get the slab to teeter that way, because when we were pumping in the front there, it was raising up that way, which we don't want. We want it to teeter. So that's why we've come along the front of this edge so we can get foam under this side and lift it up, which is exactly what's happened now. We've got some really good lift in that corner, but not that corner, which means it's coming up this way. So now Eric's moving over here so that we can fill this level and hopefully get that corner to come up a bit more, doing it systematically.
Block that right off before we even see it come up.
Well, I can see it down there a little bit coming out. It's probably going to push out some more there. Okay, small shot. Yep, here it comes. You see that, Jack? Filling up that void. Well, it's not really a void, it's where I had the pry bar underneath it. So we'll let that set up. Know what that's going to do, don't we? Standing directly in the line of fire, yeah. Yep. All right. You got that? Little mushroom for Jack. Let that set up a bit, Eric. All right, let's move to the next hole. Eric, let that set up and block that off. Otherwise, we're just going to keep on blowing material out. But if we have to...
lift.
Yeah, but now it stopped. So now I'm wondering if it's binding, because we were having lift. Now we've got nothing.
Right.
Not even on the other side. So I'm thinking it maybe is binding there. Now we're not getting any lift, no matter how much we're pumping underneath there. The foam's coming out on the sides, which means it's really pushing out, but we're not getting any lift. So now I'm thinking it's probably binding along there. So I think what I've got to do is cut this up to free it from that so we can get better movement there. I think let me do that. Let's first see how much it's actually come up and if we need to. I've cut that joint with a reciprocating saw, or the Sawzall, because I feel we're getting too much binding there. The slab was moving perfectly till one point and then discontinued lifting, which means that the slab we're trying to lift is binding and we're not getting lift at that corner. So I cut that open to free it from the binding. So now hopefully we'll get the slab to move. I should probably have cut it to start off with. And the other slab we're doing, I'm going to cut before we even start, just so we don't get so much material blowing out the sides. So let's see how that goes. We've got a bunch of foam back here, but we didn't get any results on the front, which doesn't really bother me either, because at least I know we're filling this section up. If we're raising this up, we don't want this to be without foam below it. We don't want there to be a void, which we're causing as we're lifting it. So I'm happy with it, but I would have liked to have seen some lift. Yeah, so now that we've got a bunch of foam under here, it won't sink in the future again. And now we're getting some lift there where Eric's at. Now we're going back to the front hole. We've stabilized the back. We've got it to teeter a bit that way. I just want to fine tune that front there where Eric's at. So this is a lot better than replacing the concrete, because we don't need permits to replace this. This is considered maintenance. It's quick and easy. We in and out in a couple of hours, where if you had to replace it, it'll take a whole lot of time. It'll be inconvenient, it'll damage your property. When we're done, we've drilled 3/8 holes in the concrete, which we patch afterwards, with self-leveling concrete. So this is a much more effective way of doing it, time-wise, cost-wise, and it's a permanent solution. We only got a little bit to go now. We've got most of it up. We're about 90% there. It's a little bit more to go, and then this walkway will be perfect to walk on, no more trip hazards, and it'll be stabilized for 40 years. No, we had relief here previously when Eric was injecting here, but now it seems to be filled up. We've got a bit of movement there. So now, because we're localizing in this area, we've got a lot of foam under there already. It's starting to crack in that relief joint there, and it's starting to teeter up, because that's indicating it's going down there, which is fine, because we've got this up. Now when we go there, it can raise that section up, because this is where it should be. So we've got a lot of foam under this area to stabilize it, fill any voids, support the concrete slab. So now we're going in this section here. There we go. Now we're getting lift on that one. So it's good that we got lift there and not here. Now we're just going to match this up to that section there, which is exactly what's happening now. All right, so yeah, you can see we've got foam underneath these slabs. We drilled 3 holes to stabilize it and to lift it. There was a trip hazard here. We got that completely down. This is level all the way through now. Little bit of a edge here, but I think that was more the way it was poured. But this is the way that you fix something without replacing it. This slab to be replaced would have been a bunch of money. It would have taken a long time, a lot of damage to your property. We come in, we drill 3 holes. We sort it out, we get it foamed up, stabilize the soil, get it level, quick, easy, in and out, half an hour's work, and we're done. Now we're going to move to the other side, do exactly the same thing. They've also got a bit of a drop on that side. This time I pre-cut it, so it will hopefully move quicker and easier than this one did. So apologies for not filming the last half of this video due to a bunch of construction going on around us. It's a bit noisy, but we got both slabs lifted up perfectly on this veterans walkway that the veterans are using. We've got both of them leveled up, so now the veterans can move to and fro without tripping, without stumbling, without hooking up on their wheelchairs, and there will be no more liabilities. The job took us an hour and a half. No permits needed, no time delays, no damage to property, all in and out. Drilled a couple of little holes as you see in the video, got it leveled, stabilized, 5-year guarantee. If you guys need any concrete repair work, foundation repair work, slab lifting in Florida, Tampa Bay area, give us a call on the number below. And if you guys enjoyed this video, check this one out. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next time.